Hi everybody, it's me, Spartalicious. On this server you probably know me as Headshot. I didn't want my official name to come through to the unofficial, just in case some people are pissed off unofficial were to head through, but now I kind of wish they came because we would love somebody to come and actually raid us. We've had a few attempts from some of those guys who talk big but can't walk the walk, you know. So here's a video showing off the base and hopefully giving you a few ideas on how you can crack it. So let's start off at the beginning. We are located on Center. This box, we used to keep dinos in here, but when we got transmitters we kind of moved them all inside the cave, so we just left the box here. The guys came and griefed it, but we had already moved all of the dinos, as you'll see quite soon. More than likely we'll put another gate up here and a few vaults that you'll have to blow, but again this won't be covered by turrets, so you just need C4 and rockets and you'll be able to get through. The first obstacle is what we call the blockade. This is the first section of the blockade. This is mainly just so that you can't get in too close too easily, so you'll have to manage to get in here. And yes, these are all heavies and they all have enough bullets. Should probably fill them up, but I don't want them full, so it is at least possible for you to soak them, although you can't get any dinos inside here. One guy did try to breed some stegos in here. That didn't end terribly well for him, but even if you did have stegos, you'd need quite a few. So my advice would be lots of people, great armor, good shields, rushing in and try suicide bombing inside here to take out the front section. These four should be reasonably easy to take out. Then you'd have to move on to this section here, and then this is what we call the actual blockade. It's really just a wall of heavy turrets, and these are all pretty filled up. Be careful of the Polovia sitting here, and this is really just for us to pop out and ride. They won't really do terribly much in a base defense situation. So yeah, there's the first blockade that you need to get through. So far no one has managed to get this far. We've had a few people die, but the closest they got was about here, and that's before we had these turrets set up. So we need some guys who know how to do some proper raiding and actually get in here. Once you're through, this is, you know, I don't even know why we still have those there, but you know, there's no reason to pick them up. We're still under the turret limit. You can pop the Jenny if you want, but it is a bit pointless and you'll lose your light because you'll be behind it. Now, we were considering putting another blockade about halfway here, but that's, you know, that'll just take way too long for anyone to actually break into the base. So we follow down, and if you know this cave, you'll know that there's a big area and two areas leading off. So let's have a look. You pop through, we've got two tech dino gates, so you'll need some more C4 and rockets for that. And then this is the main area itself. You can see all the vaults lined at the top there. We've taken some turrets off that tower just to stay within the limit, but we have a couple floating towers here. For example, this one up top, thanks to the cliff platforms from Aberration, you won't be able to blow anything on the ground to get to it, so you'll have to find a way to get up there and actually deal damage. And yes, they're on hatch frames, so you can't go directly below. Also directly in front of you, these will be the easiest ones to blow if you can get to them. This is purely so as soon as people blow through here, you're going to get gunned down by those ones immediately. Again, we are underneath the turret limit. We set it up specifically for that. Things are kind of spaced out, but in heavy sections, so you can move through. Think of it as in stages. If you do manage to blow these ones up top, as well as these ones at the bottom, you'll see that we have another line of turrets behind it. Let me just hop on here. There we go. You'll see we have another line of turrets behind that, and behind those you'll see all the window frames. We have more turrets behind window frames. That's to stop people from being able to run and you know, just rocket jumping in there. So you'll have to actually get underneath it and blow them from there, or get over it somehow very quickly, which might be a bit tricky because those are all heavy turrets. Along with that, if you spend too much time in this area, these armor breakers will get you. They are unaggressive, yes. And then we've got a bunch of dimorphs flying around, which will be attacking you as well. And they're all fairly decent. Some of them have pretty high melee. Yeah, this is the higher end of the melee. We do have some with under 200%, but we've got quite a few with over 500% melee, but they'll be relatively easy to kill. I'd recommend some good shotguns to be able to take these out quickly and easily, but there are quite a few of them, and they're more scattered around inside the base. All set to aggressive, so they'll be flying along and attacking you wherever you come from. Also, this lightning weapon, Zappy, is set to aggressive as well, and he's not very good. But 343 melee, 16k health, he'll at least be a bit tricky for you to take out. As you know, they don't really fly around much. He sets a turret mode, so he'll stay here. So really, if you're in this area, or if you manage to undermesh and come up behind, he'll be hitting you as well. But don't think undermeshing is going to be easy, because we have more defenses at the areas where you can mesh into the base. In actual fact, I think it might be harder, because at least down this way you could have multiple people coming next to each other. So one person can, well, 5 people can soak, while a 6th person can try and suicide bomb. So yeah, this is the main defense, and let's have a look at all the goodies that you will get if you manage to get to the base. This is the main base area here. We have a couple turrets scattered around, but not a hell of a lot. Mainly because if you can get through all of the front stuff, you kind of deserve to get in, but we have to have a few turrets. We just can't not the turrets. And yes, the few turrets that are hidden around are all heavy turrets. Can't make it too easy for you. As you can see, we also have quite a few dimorphs around. Those are all set to aggressive. Most of these other dinos, like the fairies and whatnot, are not. They're more for breeding, farming, and that sort of thing. So let's have a look at some of the goodies that you'll get. I usually keep stock of eggs from these dinos. Now, if you have a look at the stats, this one is only 50% imprinting, but even with 50% you get 13.3k base health and 480 base melee. You'll see here that the XP, this thing cannot be. I do this just so we can keep track of what level they are. Also, when I get a better stats break in, it's easier to kill them when they don't have 34k health. So yeah, you'll find some of these eggs inside fridges, inside the main base. If you're wondering what this box is actually for, I'll track you to on explode. We've let a lot of these things die, but what you can do is you just pull down here, take a whip, and you can whip up all these Dodo eggs. And Dodo eggs we use for Dodo kibble, and Dodo kibble we use for pigs. Each kibble they eat fills up 60 food, and they eat it ridiculously fast. These eggs are not fertilized. These are just for kibble. We have a batch of Dodo eggs ready to be made still. Something really fantastic in there. This is our kibble area. It's probably easier if I turn off this. We've got all of the kibble dinos in here. These are the types of dinos that we kept in that box previously, but once we had transmitters, there was no real need for it. So we're always pretty stocked on kibble eggs. I don't know if that's the main reason to come farm here. This is our transmitter because this area here we can't walk dinos through, so we have a separate transmitter here. The ones on top are just kind of, I don't know, there's no real reason for them to be up top here. We just have some stegos and that sort of thing sitting here. Rexes, we've got a couple of Quetzals hidden away. Yes, they cannot fly. This is a no-fly in cave server, but we just whip them over the transmitter and update them. These are some of our tanking stegos. There's my rock drag. Got a couple of Rexes up there. These are our boss running Rexes that we use. You can see we, okay, this is the oldest stock, but yeah, if you go get the double mutation, not the triple, then this is realistically what you can get with not too much XP. This you can kill a couple alphas and you'll get that sort of XP for. These are some of the turrets. I'm not going to show you what we've done for the undermission, because this is really showing you how to raid us normally, but basically there's a spot behind, if you go further back that way, then there is a spot where people can actually mesh into this cave. So this is just one of the defensive areas that we have set up against people like that. You can see we have a bunch of turrets here, they're pretty loaded up. So if you do manage to start swimming through that area, you're going to have to face all of those turrets. Then we've got a few up there and a few on top. This makes it more difficult for you to soak with a shield or anything like that, because it would be shot from above, in front and below, no matter how you try and swim in there. So these are ready to go bus rexes. Those are also bus rexes actually. We have too many bus rexes. There's some more. Anything that has bus in it is really a bus rex. They are definitely good enough for raiding. I mean, here we've got 30k health and 820% melee. So yeah, I mean that's a pretty good rex. If you raid us, you'll be able to get the eggs that these came from. I've got a selection of eggs. We did eat a lot of them recently, but I'm stocking up more just to incentivize people to get it. Area. We go upstairs. These vaults have some interesting stuff. I won't go through all of them. I'll leave that as a nice surprise. These vaults are also quite good. Then the top floor we have more vaults. Lots more vaults. Lots more vaults. Some of them are still empty. Some of them are loaded up at the center here. So you're just going to have to bring tons of stuff. This is the next room of relevance. This is my room. Everything is coded and everything is named. So if you are looking for saddles, for example, you can have a look inside the saddles. And I've tried to keep one of each type that I have available, and only the best ones in here. So you'll never see two Mastercraft of the same saddle, for example. Like here's an example. We have the spider saddles, we have Mastercraft, Journeyman, then Apprentice, Ramshackle, and Primitive. If I had Ascendant, it would be in here as well. So this is the first set of saddle blueprints that we have. Second set. And then, well, that's still empty. Then if we head out this side, these are the non-mutation rexes. These are the base stat rexes with no mutations at all. You don't really need those rexes. You could probably just kill them all. There will be eggs for them mixed in with mutated rex eggs. We have Ankies just sitting here by the metal node, so every now and then we just hop on and mine it. And then when 2 or 3 people on, we do the knockout trick, overweight and drag through. Sometimes you get some here, but not very often. Let's grab it. Got a couple of our Brontos here that are ready to go. A few rock drakes up top there. And we've got some squiddies down here. If you do manage to break into this base, and you do get to the back here, don't kill the squids. Send me a screenshot, proof that you're in this area, and I will come and mate these squids and allow you to claim it. They're pretty decent. I think we've got over 30k base health, and not a terrible melee on them either. Here we got this one to 52k health of 559 melee, and as you can see, there's no imprinting. This is not a bred squid, so the babies will be even better. And yes, we have a transmitter here, so I can upload and then download to wherever you need it to go. So don't kill the squids. Well, you can kill them after, but if you want an awesome squid, I will log in and I will mate them for you. Cool guys, we look forward to you coming to test us out. This is on the NAG cluster. It's hosted down here in South Africa. It's actually a very nice cluster. They've got one of each of the servers, being, Aberration, Scorched, and Island, and well, obviously Center. It's also pretty reliable. Looks like the computers are running it on and nice and smooth. Even Ragnarok doesn't really lag that much. Then again, the population is very quiet. This is the biggest problem that we're having here. Is you get people who say they want the population to grow, but they keep wiping out the noobs, and that's how we kind of started off. We wiped out those people, and now they're trying to offline raid us. So we're getting bored. We need a higher population. We need people to come raid us. So if you're watching this video, come get set up on the NAG cluster. It's NAG. I'll leave a link in the description, and yeah. So guys, thanks for watching the video. If you are tempted to come and take us up, please do so. We prefer online raids, obviously, and we are showing you just so you know what to prepare for, so you're not as crappy as that core and ramcat guy. Don't worry about those guys. They talk big, but they really have no idea how to do a proper raid. You'll see my other video on how they attempted to raid us and their pathetic attempt at a FUB. So we're hoping a whole bunch of tribes will actually get together, put up a real fight, and come crack in. And it will be worth your while. We will not popcorn this stuff, so it'll be all yours to take. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a thumbs up, and if you are feeling very nice, subscribe.